They called it the hunting tiger, a beast of steel forged in desperation. As the Allied forces closed in from all sides, Germany unleashed the Jagdtiger, the heaviest tank destroyer ever sent to war. It wasn't just a weapon. It was a last roar before the silence. In the dying days of the Second World War, while cities burned and nations bled, the German war machine put its final hopes into monstrous creations of armor and firepower. Among these giants rose the Jagdtiger, an 82-ton colossus, armored like a battleship and armed with a 120mm Pak-44 cannon capable of punching through any Allied tank at over 3,000 meters. It was not built for speed or flexibility. It was a fortress on treads. A mobile executioner with a single purpose: destroy everything in its path. But this terrifying machine came too late, and in too few numbers. Only around 70 were ever completed. And even as it rolled through the bombed-out ruins of Europe, its enemies were already swarming the skies above. Inside, the crew of 6 worked in stifling, oil-laced darkness. The commander's voice was often the only sound not drowned out by the engine's roar or the deafening report of its main gun. Every shell it fired weighed over 60 pounds. Every hit it delivered could obliterate a Sherman, a T-34, or even a Churchill in one terrifying blast. When the Jagdtiger fired, the battlefield held its breath. But for all its power, the Jagdtiger was also a symbol of futility. Its immense weight made it prone to breakdowns. It consumed fuel like a furnace, and its sheer size made it a target for Allied aircraft and artillery. Crews often had to abandon them, not because they were destroyed, but because they simply couldn't move. Still, when it worked, when it was positioned properly in ambush, nothing could withstand it. In ambushes along forest roads, or hidden behind rubble in ruined towns, a single Jagdtiger could wipe out entire armored columns before the enemy even knew what hit them. Allied tank crews feared it. Infantry dreaded the sight of its long barrel turning in their direction. Yet beneath its armor were men, young, hardened, terrified. Some had seen comrades perish in fire. Others had already accepted death, and so they fought not with hope, but with a grim duty. Knowing the war was already lost, they clung to the Jagdtiger not as a path to victory, but as a shield against the inevitable. Stories still survive of Jagdtigers holding bridges alone, fending off waves of American armor, or refusing surrender until they had no shells left to fire. In one fateful engagement, a single Jagdtiger is said to have destroyed over a dozen Allied vehicles before being abandoned due to lack of fuel. The gun, still smoldering, was pointed at the enemy as if daring them to come closer. In the end, the Jagdtiger became less a weapon of war and more a monument to the desperation and brilliance of German engineering. It was too much too late. Its massive gun could destroy anything, except the course of history. As the Reich crumbled and Berlin burned, the Jagdtiger thundered one last time, defiant and doomed. Today, the Jagdtiger rests in museums, silent, scarred, and still imposing. It reminds us that war breeds giants, but also ghosts. And behind every machine, no matter how terrifying, were men with stories, fears, and fading hopes. If this story moved you, remember to honor not just the machines of war, but the lives caught within them. Subscribe for more stories where history breathes fire and legends roll again.